Hello there, my spooky, scary skeletons. It's Chloe in real life, your guide to the ghoulish, your share of the spook, and a fan of all things frightful. Welcome back to another episode of Spooky Saturdays. I know it's been a little bit since we've had a spooky episode, but we are approaching the best time of the year, the most magical time of the year, the thing that is getting us through 2020, Halloween, spooky season. I'm so excited, so be sure to keep an eye out for more spooky videos because they're going to be happening. So today we're talking about something a little spooky. It's going to put you in the spooky mood, and especially when we're here at home. You know, sometimes I'm starting in school, you know, you want to take a break, you want to relax, maybe sit down, watch a movie, get a little spooked, have some fun, and that's exactly what we're talking about today. My friends over at Paramount hooked me up with a copy of Are You Afraid of the Dark? This is a limited series that just came out on DVD August 11th, and it was great to just kind of get in the spooky mood, have a fun time, and if you are a little older, you might recognize that title. It was a really popular show on Nickelodeon in the 90s. I never saw it because I wasn't alive in the 90s, but I did see a few episodes of the show, and I'm not gonna lie, it looked a little cheesy, but you know, it was the 90s, and it also seemed to be for a much younger audience, like maybe 8 to 10, and I watched this, and I'm gonna say it was a little spooky. I'm not saying it was scary, but it was definitely spooky, and it seemed like they aged it up for maybe like 12 to plus. So this is a 3-part series, which I kind of like because you can either watch it as individual episodes or you can do what I did and sit down and just enjoy it as a movie. Personally, for me, I'm like, no, I need to know what happens right now. But you do have that option. So this series is about a girl who moves to a new town and is approached by the Midnight Society, which is a club of people who enjoy telling and listening to scary stories. And in order for her to be initiated into the club, she needs to tell a scary story of her own. So she tells this incredible tale of the Carnival of Doom with an evil character, Mr. Top Hat, and about how children are starting to go missing and no one seems to remember the carnival once it leaves town. Pretty spooky story. And everyone enjoys the story, and she gets invited to join the club, and everything's great. But then they realize that the Carnival of Doom has come to their town, and the members of the Midnight Society start to get really scared when they realize that her story is becoming reality. This actually follows the format of the original 90s show, which I thought was really good because I like when reboots kind of pay homage to their past. So let's talk about what I thought of this movie. I have to say that I really, really liked it, and I think that one of the main reasons I really liked it was because of the characters. I mean, it's really hard to like a movie if the characters are just unlikable. And so I had to say that I really, really enjoyed these characters. I have to say thank you to Nickelodeon for hiring actual kids to play kids, because that is the one thing that gets on my nerves about Hollywood is when you see like teenagers and like freshmen being played by like 30-year-olds. It's like unrealistic. So I really like that these kids were actually kids. It made it feel very real, and it made their conversations feel real. It felt like conversations that I had with my friends, and the school felt super real. Just the conversations, the way they behaved with each other, they felt like real characters, like a real group of friends too, because they'd be like arguing with each other and bickering with each other over like stupid things, and it just felt like friends hanging out together. And I really liked the characters. I have to say that I really liked Rachel. I thought the idea of making her an artist to help bring her story to life was a really cool and interesting like plot point that I really enjoyed. I also liked how her art kind of got her discovered, you could say, by the Midnight Society. I felt like it was a very real thing that could happen. I also really liked Graham. He was super funny. I really enjoyed his character. I liked that he was a germaphobe. I thought it was like a funny little characteristic, especially now. But I thought that that was very cool. I also liked that the fact that he was a germaphobe wasn't his entire personality. It made him feel like a real character, like a real person. He was really funny. I liked that he was into, scary movies and like old music. It made him feel like a real person. And I really like his shirt. I want his shirt that says "Watch horror movies" or like scary movies. I think I need to have that. It was really good. But overall, I would say that all the characters were really good. I thought the kids all did a fantastic job of playing their roles because, like I said, they felt like real people. And so I really enjoyed everyone in the movie. So you're probably wondering how scary this movie is. Well, I think it's a great introduction into maybe someone who's never seen a horror movie before, whether if they're just a little bit more scared or if they're a little bit younger. I feel like this is a great starter horror film because it isn't too scary, but it is still really fun and kind of spooky, not scary. Another great thing about it is that it is a 3-part series. So if it's getting a little too scary for someone who's a bit younger, you can break it up and maybe walk away, give it a little bit of time, watch some cartoons. I used to do that when I was little. If I watched something too scary, I'm like, we gotta turn on like SpongeBob or something because I'm getting a little too scared. So you could take a break maybe for a few hours or come back the next day and watch the next episode so then it doesn't get like too overwhelming and too scary because the last thing you want to do is scare someone so bad that they don't want to come back to scary movies or Halloween. That's like the worst thing that you could possibly do. So I have to say that this was really good. It definitely had moments where it got a little creepy, a little spooky. If you are a fan of horror movies, this movie is probably not going to be super scary for you, but you are really going to enjoy it. My mom and I watched tons of scary movies, anywhere from Halloween movies to like some really scary movies. But this is definitely a movie that just you can sit down, get in a spooky mood, maybe eat some candy corn, and just have like a fun, spooky time. But it's not going to be super scary. And so I think that that's something that's really good, is that everyone can enjoy this movie. It can be a little scary for a younger audience, but it can be fun and enjoyable for an older audience. Alright guys, so something I really like about this movie is the whole idea of the Midnight Society. I think it'd be really cool if there was something like that in real life where you could sit down, tell some scary stories, listen to some scary stories, and it kind of inspired me to try to write a scary story of my own. So I think I'm gonna do that. I don't know, I hope it's good. I hope it's scary.
Chloe, dinner.
All right, I'll come back to this later. All right, time to get back to my story. Wait a second, where's my story? I think this is from the Midnight Society. Alright guys, so that was my review of Are You Afraid of the Dark? It is available now on DVD, so I would definitely recommend you go pick it up if you are a fan of scary movies, or if you're a little interested in scary movies but you've never really seen one before, so you don't want it to be too scary. I would definitely recommend this because it would really get you into the spooky season. You could curl up on the couch with some candy corn and a pumpkin spice latte and enjoy and just get in the spooky season because it's very close and I'm really excited for that. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this to a younger audience. I wouldn't say like little kids because it is a little spooky. But I would also say that it's good for fans of scary movies like me and my mom. I really enjoyed it. She did too. And it's about a creepy carnival. And I mean, I love creepy carnivals. It's like one of my favorite things about scary stuff, besides like pumpkins and ghouls and witches and cats. I love all the scary stuff, okay? But carnivals are really good, and I think that this is like a fun, creepy circus. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below so you're notified every time I upload a video just like this one. I wanted to say a big thank you to Paramount for sending me this cool little package. I really enjoyed it. So I will see you all next time. Don't forget to stay spooky. Bye guys. Now I gotta go. I gotta read this letter and see if I got in. Bye.